Today's discussion is about simplifying rational expressions again, but we're going to do harder level problems. By that I mean it's going to require us to factor a little bit. Let's take a look at problem number 1 though. So we just talked about the fact that you cannot simplify anything separated by addition or subtraction that doesn't match perfectly. I tend to put, when stuff is separated by addition or subtraction, I tend to put it in parentheses. That helps me group it together as a term. So these two don't match at all, right? So can you simplify those down anymore? Yes or no? No. So sometimes they put these questions appear on your test. You actually just, all you have to do is just write this over again. This is the most simplified form. And that's it. That's the final answer. Now let's take a look at problem number 2. What we talked about before was that anytime two things are linked by multiplication, you can simplify them. So the second problem, anything that's linked by multiplication, you can cancel. Does anybody in here see anything that you can cancel in that problem? Enrique, 10? Okay. No, you can't cancel that. It's a great idea. You can't cancel the x because the x is linked to the 4 by subtraction. You see that? So you just cancel out the 10s. When something is next to a parenthesis, it means multiply. These two cancel away, and look what you're left with. Just x over x minus 4. Now some people also want to say, oh, look, I got two x's. Can I cancel them away? Yes or no? No, because, yeah, it's separated from the 4 by subtraction. No go. You cannot go any further. So for the next part of our lesson, like I said, it's medium hard level problems. We're going to need the following skill. You're going to have to be able to factor items like this. So let's deal with problem number 1. I see 8x plus 12. You want to look for something called the greatest common factor. What's the greatest common factor of 8x and 12? 4. And if you pulled 4 out, right? What would you have left in parentheses? So problem number 2, 5x minus 35. What is the greatest common factor of 5x and 35? Yep. And Jose, what does it come out to be? You're the man. You're the man. Let's do the last one, right? What is the greatest common factor of 8x? You guys are so smart. Yeah. And so what gets left on, what gets put on the outside? 1x. Very nice. Very nice. Let's practice our skill one more time. Okay, here are a bunch of problems. We're going to do the same thing over again. Let's so to try this, let's see what we get. Okay. So the first problem up over here, problem number 4. What's the greatest common factor of that? Not just 2. Yeah, 2x. Because look, they both have 2 and they both have x in common. Now, what's left in parentheses? Very nice. Very, very nice. A plus b. What about the next one? Greatest common factor, Mike? You got nothing on this one? Do you know what I mean by greatest common factor? What's the greatest thing 5x and 10x have in common? Just one thing. Just one thing they have in common. 5, right? And they both have an x, right? Okay. So the greatest thing they have in common is 5x. Okay. If you pull 5x out, right? What does 5x have to multiply to get 5x squared? Not just 1. If you multiply 1x, yeah. 1x. I'm just going to put an x in there. And then 5x times what is negative 10x? Minus 2. Kev? Kev, what's the greatest common factor of 12AB? Yeah, 3B. Very nice, buddy. Very nice. And what happens when you pull 3B out? What's left over in that first spot? Not just A. Nope. Look, you pulled 3 out of you pulled 3 out of 12. What's 12 divided by 3? Very nice. 4A. Also, let's take a look at the other one. How could 3B times what is negative 3B squared? Negative 1. Yeah, negative B. Okay, so we finished up the last two problems. Just please check your answers, and so make sure you got them correct. All right, guys. Okay, so finally we're up to like the medium hard level problems. The first step towards solving these problems is that you have to factor. So, pretend like the denominator does not exist, and let's just take care of the top. Let's just take care of the numerator. Check this out. Think to yourself, what's the greatest common factor of 5x and 35? Very nice, very nice. Yeah, it's 5. And so, what do you have in parentheses if you take 5 out? Very nice, very nice. And so perfect, perfect. And then the bottom, we stay the same. What are we going to cross out? Very nice, guys. Yeah, you're getting the hang of it. That's medium hard level. No joke. All right. Same thing. More difficult. Let's see. Juan? Hold on one sec. What's the greatest thing? 8x squared and 40x. What's their greatest common factor? Not just 8. Yep. 8x. 8x times what is 8x squared? Very nice. Very nice. And what reduces? Yep. These guys are not separated by addition or subtraction, so they reduce. It's just going to be x plus 5. You could say x plus 5 over 1, or you could just say x plus 5. Either one is fine by me. Let's post that out there. Homework for tonight.